Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Celeste and today I'm going to be sharing with you some of the benefits of using essential oils and how to even use them. Okay, so essential oils have been growing in popularity in the past few years and they've just exploded in the market. It's a little bit overwhelming to understand which are good, which are bad. I hear a lot of people saying they're not getting positive results or they tried essential oils and it didn't do what it was supposed to do, so they just gave up. Um, so that's true because quality is everything when it comes to essential oils. Now, I used to be a holistic nutritionist. I had my master's in holistic nutrition and I worked a lot with clients, one on one holistic lifestyle, and I gave them food plans and all sorts of lifestyle habits to implement. And I noticed that it's hard to create changes in your life when you don't have the exact support across all platforms, meaning family, work, free time, availability to good organic food, all of that stuff. And just last year, I came across essential oils. And I started to dig deep before really starting to collaborate with any brand. And I noticed how people reacted. And not only how they reacted, but also the results they were getting from such simple habits that they started to implement. I mean, I literally did my research across so many companies and I ran into Do.Terra and their sustainability efforts, their quality, and the way that they treat their farmers and their employees is what really got to me. And I started to realize how the power of sustainable farming and the power of the land is so important when it comes to essential oils. Now, what the hell does all this mean? You might be like, she's gibberish, right? So I connect a lot with the frequency and the energetic pattern of certain things and certain people. And when I hold an essential oil bottle in my hand, I can tune into what it does and how it feels. And you can just imagine the difference between an oil that was created in a laboratory or an oil that was farmed by people that were not happy in a soil that was not well taken care of. What oil, what kind of feeling that evokes and how that affects the actual oil, and then an oil where the farmers are being helped. There's money being put back into communities and medical institutions and creating an entire societal structure in places that before had nothing, third world countries. And I want to make this part short. It's just so important to understand the quality of the essential oil is by far the most important thing when it comes to looking at essential oils. It's just hands down the quality. And if you have any questions, you can always look into how they're treating the farmers. What is the land like? You have to actually take care of the land in order for the land to provide you with a plant that's going to give you the power to heal your body. So why am I even talking about all of this? Because as I study more into this plant medicine, because it really is what you have inside each one of these bottles is plant medicine. It's extremely concentrated, and as our body comes into communion with this plant medicine, the receptors in our body bring it in and the intelligence of the plant takes over. And as I study more and more, I'm just fascinated by this topic and by this realm of healing, because for so many years it was for me holistic nutrition and lifestyle implementation, and it was so difficult to get changes to happen in our lives. And then all of a sudden it's just like these concentrated plant forms are in a bottle, and you start to use them and you can feel how they just shift your energy field, how you feel, how you think, your mood, and that's aside from all of the physical healing benefits that they have. So I wanted to explain that. I want to make that very clear, that the quality is extremely important. And so, of course, with the quality comes the actual price margin. So if you're buying a lavender oil for $5, you know, was there even a farmer behind that? Was the soil even like considered, or are they just like raping the soil of nutrients and minerals? I mean, we have to seriously consider this, right? Because if you look at ancient traditions and native cultures, the earth is a gift, and you have to honor the earth, because the earth is what provides. If you tune into the earth, you will notice and you will feel how she just supports you, and she gives you everything that you need. There are enough plants and information on this earth that we would never have to rely on laboratory focused pills. Okay, and this is not a talk about why you should not go to the medical system. The medical system serves its purpose, but when we talk about preventative care, we have so much power. And the last snippet that I'm going to get to before I actually start to talk about the oils is that I have so many people reaching out to me in the midst of their crisis, like in the middle of it, or right after. Like, I got this serious virus, what do I do? Or I got this crazy root canal, help me. I'm like, how long have you been dealing with this? Like, you didn't wake up like this. Like, what have you been doing for your immune system or for your oral health in the past week, month, or year? Nothing. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, now you have to kind of do the intense, crazy, Western medical approach, So if you do preventative care, it's just preparing your body, so that you're just healthier and you can avoid like 99% of crazy illness and crazy, tragic situations that may come up. Okay, so let's get into the actual oils. So if you think about a plant, right, like consider this. The power of the plant and its nutrition comes from the soil that it is planted on, the intention of the farmers, like the actual thoughts and sensations and feelings, like if the farmer is happy to be in his country and working with the soil and the plants, then that actually affects the power of the plant. This has all been studied. And the third is the heavens, the cosmos, the stars, the sun, sunlight. I love that part, because until I started studying plant medicine or plant healing, I never realized that. I never put those three things together. So when you put those three things together, you realize the importance of the soil is just as important as the farmer being taken care of, having a happy home and a happy life, and how the air and the quality of the environment, right? If I'm planting lavender in the middle of a polluted city, right, it's not going to be the same as if you literally seek out the world's finest soil in the healthiest atmosphere and say, that's where the lavender should be, and that's where the lavender has already been grown for hundreds of years. And I say this because Do.Terra does this. They literally seek out the countries and the farmers and the traditions that have already been a part of these cultures for decades, if not over 100 years. And you can see videos of this. You can see how they do sustainable farming. You can see the process of the oils, and they have third-party testing, which means that every single oil that you consume and that you have is actually tested not only by them, but by companies outside of Do.Terra that are just testing for the quality. Now, why is this important? It's important because the oils are used in 3 different ways. Okay, the most common way that we know is that you can use them in the diffuser, or you can just smell them. You open them up and you can just smell them. And that in itself is very powerful because I already feel a difference. This is lavender. It goes straight into the brain and it starts to create a completely different neurological connection, and different emotions and different sensations arise, and the nervous system starts to slow down. So the smell is one way, right? So either directly from the bottle or through a diffuser. Number 2 is topical. So you can actually use these oils directly on your skin, right? Take it out, put it on my skin, right? I like to put it on the pulse points, okay? Now, what happens when you put anything on your skin? And I'll make a video about everything that we tend to put on our skin as a Western society, but when you put something on your skin is the largest organ of your body. I mean, it goes straight into your bloodstream, straight into your organs. And it's digested, right? It's going into your body. You're becoming one with this. So why is it important that I spend a little bit more money on a higher quality product that has been researched and sustainably farmed, as opposed to something that was just created in a lab or created by who knows what and where and what else is in the bottle, right? So the quality, again, is just so important because these oils, you are exchanging a lot of information. The information that comes from the soil and the farmers and the cosmos is all put into this bottle and then put into your energetic field. And I'm fascinated by that. And that's why I wanted to share this stuff with you, because I realized more and more the power of these oils. And so the third way that I'm going to make a disclaimer before I even go into it, I only work with Do.Terra oils. I don't work with any other oil. And so now that I've said that, I'm going to say that the third way to use oils is to ingest them, to take them internally, either put them underneath your tongue, at the roof of your mouth, or in water, like in warm water. Okay? Now, I already said my disclaimer. I'm not going to repeat it. But if you are taking it internally, please make sure that your bottle or your company, or whatever you have, does not say, do not ingest. That's common sense, right? I just want to be clear, okay? So Do.Terra does enough research, and their products are clean and sustainable, and there's enough research to prove that they are safe to take internally. Hence the reason why I'm saying you can take the oils internally. But I only stand by Do.Terra because it's what I know and what I use and what I have seen benefits from. Okay, so those are the 3 ways to use oils. And lastly, I'm just going to talk about a few of my favorite oils, and and 2 resources that I have that if you're like new to oils, or if you're like me, you're just like a little bit nerdy and you just love to study and you're just mesmerized by the natural healing capabilities of the body, then I think these 2 books you would really enjoy. And I also like to keep in mind that, you know, the body is divine intelligence, and we were made and we were created to self-heal. Like, we have the capability to reverse illness, to reverse dis-ease in the body, and to heal the body. And actually, if you sustain a healthy lifestyle, the chances of you actually getting tragically ill are not that wide, right? But what are the chances of you living a very healthy, holistic lifestyle in a city? You know, that's where the difficulty comes in. That's where the rarity comes in, okay? But I just want to make that note. Like, your body is able to self-heal. You just have to create the right conditions and the right environment internally and externally for those healing activations and those healing capabilities to activate. Okay, enough with that. Book number 1, Essential Life. Okay, this is an encyclopedia of oils, blends, recipes, everything and anything you could ever imagine and ever need for oils. And the cool thing about this book is that in the very beginning, by the way, like, I'm not affiliated with this stuff at all. It's just like, it's changed my life and I'm really excited to share it with people. And I think that if anybody had this in the palm of their hands, you guys could prevent a lot. So anyway, in the beginning of the book, you could see like there's a list of pretty much anything you could ever experience, like hair loss and grief and gout. And this is obviously the G section, right? And H. Heavy metal toxicity, hives, hormone imbalance, inflammatory myopathies. Not sure what that is, but somebody probably does. Indigestion, impotence, jet lag. I mean, everything and anything that you can think of, it's all in here. Okay. And then they have this beautiful, like, for each page, they have an entire layout of all the things that each oil is good for. So to me, it's like having the medical system, plant-based, in the palm of your hands. Like, oh, I'm starting to feel my throat a little bit. Oh, let me just grab some ginger and some tea tree and frankincense, and next day I wake up great. Like, that was easy, you know? The other one that really resonated with me is aromatherapy for the soul. And this book just blew my mind. I mean, this is talking about the frequency, like I was just speaking earlier, like the frequency of the farmer actually affects the potency of the oil. The intention that you set into your oil is actually going to be ingested and affect the body. So that's this type of book. It's a little bit more like, I guess you could say energy-based, frequency-based, but aside from that, it still has incredible information and knowledge on the oils and how to use them. Okay. And lastly, I'm just going to share a few of my favorite oils. So here I have jasmine. And jasmine is just such a beautiful, beautiful flower. It's so soothing, very, very feminine if you're working with feminine energy. Or this is actually my replacement for perfume. So I stopped using perfume years ago because I just didn't want any more chemicals in my body. And I just didn't really use anything. I just, stayed clean. And I got tired of that. And once I started to find oils, I realized, wow, I could smell like fresh, real flowers. That's beautiful. I mean, how many perfumes are mimicking that, right? So that's jasmine. By the way, you can use a lot of these oils as perfume. I used to use lavender. You could use patchouli, just different things like that. Okay. I also have here Slim and Sassy, and that's actually the metabolic blend for Do.Terra. This, aside from increasing your metabolism, it's great for any type of cravings that you have. When I have really busy days, I'm out in the city or I'm out just with a really busy day, I notice that the sugar cravings go up because of the pH balance and the acid-alkaline balance in the body. And this is really great. So I take it with me, I put it in warm water, just in regular water, or I put a drop underneath my tongue and the cravings just completely go away. And I think that's just absolutely incredible, because we can pick up a lot when we're out and about, especially if you're a little bit empathic or sensitive to your environment. And sometimes the cravings and the need to eat certain things or consume certain things are not really yours. You're just picking it up. So this is a great, great blend to have with you. And then lastly, okay, I'm going to cheat. This is a combo of frankincense and myrrh. So these are probably one of the two most powerful oils and plants in the world, in the universe. They were originally in the Bible. And that just goes to show they are written about. I know myrrh for sure is written about on the Egyptian walls. I'm pretty sure frankincense is as well. So these are plants. This is medicine that has been used, guys, for thousands of years. I mean, how do you just contradict that? How do you like wake up one day and say, that's just not, it's not really working for me anymore. Like, I'm good with those 3,000 years of frankincense and myrrh. I'm going to figure out my own way of healing. It's like, no, don't try to fix what's not broken, So anyway, it gets to me, because I start to realize how powerful these oils are and how healing they are. And it's like, the answers were in front of us the whole time, guys. So if you're dealing with anything, like anything illness related, emotional, like depression, anxiety, stress, these oils work with you on so many different levels. They start to resonate with your frequency and your emotional and energetic body. So they don't just work on the physical. I mean, these oils are very, very powerful. Yeah. I'm going to stop ranting. So frankincense and myrrh together, they are a powerhouse. Alone they are. Frankincense is known as the king of oils. And myrrh is just a powerhouse in itself. And when you put them together, this actually serves as a natural sunscreen. So I've been using this as a sunscreen. I live in Miami Beach. I teach yoga on the beach every single day. And I love the sand. I mean, if I didn't have to come indoors, I wouldn't. I'd love being outdoors. And I don't think I see a sunburn anywhere. So this works. I mean, this was the Egyptian recipe for sunscreen, frankincense and myrrh. Just a little tip, a little tip in there. If it worked for them, I think it could work for us. They didn't wear sunblock. That's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother video. So that's my powerful duo couple. And frankincense is actually a cell regenerator, and it reverses, like I was saying earlier, reverses the aging, reverses any type of breakdown of the cells. So when you talk about things like cancer, things like skin eruptions, or anything in the body really, illness and aging comes because the cells start to break down and they lose vitality. Is right? Yeah. This one right here, it goes backwards. It reverses. It's incredible. I implemented in all of my skincare. I only use oils and natural things, natural oils really based on other oils for skincare and oral care and everything else care, life care. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this. If you're interested in getting some oils, I would love to communicate with you and help you find the oils that would be best for you to start with, because it is a little bit of a huge kind of like Pandora box. When you start with one, you just get into a million, and it can be a little bit overwhelming. So I would love to help you on that journey, and I can give you a one-on-one on where to start and how to use them on a daily basis to just help your overall wellness. I'm going to provide my link below for the Do.Terra website, but please, if you'd like to reach out to me privately, and I'd be more than happy to talk oils and healing and lifestyle with you. Okay. Have a blessed day. Stay healthy, stay holistic and balanced. And next time you reach for something that was not made from the earth, ask yourself, do you really need it? And is there an alternative that may be a little bit healthier? I'll leave you with that. Blessings.